very often. Now, is she just going to appear even less?
I think
that sounds
so.
really annoying.
We're just not going to ever see
Don't think I like that.
That's the way you stay off the cliff. They can't target yet. Easy peasy. As we get into this game, there were a couple pauses there, and you can see IJ's throw down right along the bottom side of the map. TSM all heading out, try and find their fortune, see if they can catch somebody on the opposite side of the river. Doesn't look like there's going to be anybody there, though. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh my god, I just saw the SabeRLight spray in the middle of the river too. Yeah, that's a classic one.
That's good. That's good, yeah. Both teams appreciate that a lot. You can tell. There's lots of good luck, have fun, you know, over to their former teammate. So TSM happy to see him here.
Absolutely. Ending up on this cliff right here, though. This might be an interesting one. It looks like we're just going to manage to trade out 2 runes unless something crazy happens over the next couple minutes. But we do see a little bit of that switch up. It's going to be, again, the Earth Spirit picked in the last phase. This is one of those heroes that's definitely been looking super good, incredibly hard to deal with, mobile hero. Do you think he's going to have a good time against Puck? Hold on. Kasane in far forward, push back to blinding light, in trouble, and just like that, Arteezy gonna draw first blood.
Oh, okay, very good start here. Obviously, kind of greedy, right? On this position 1 Willow. So you want to get fast into that Midas, get in towards that Aghanims, grab all the universal hero items. So you can already see stacking up some ideas towards a Wraithman. What an inventory right there. Look at all those stats. And just have that flying another courier. Yeah, that is absolutely terrifying. But yeah, I mean, Earth Spirit, I would say Earth Spirit and Warlock are 2 heroes that were like super primed at the start of this group stage, and Warlock's just gone. Yeah. That hero, we're done with Warlock for now. I don't know, maybe he'll come back. And Earth Spirit, well, yeah, he's still around, but I feel like he's more often in the bans. We haven't got too many picks lately.
No, and being able to get him in the last phase, though, is definitely pretty nice. To, you know, set up to, you know, just be team fight in a bag, in a bottle, ready to go.
That's right.
I also am curious to see how the matchup goes down on the bottom lane. SabeRLight again facing off against his former teammates. They picked the first phase Bristleback, and you had some ideas about this and what you felt like their reasoning was behind the early pick on it.
I think part of it, I mean, number 1, Bristle's just super solid, right? I mean, it is one of the most picked heroes so far at the tournament. It's only their 2nd game on Bristle, though. So, I mean, I guess, you know, the group stage didn't go that well, so maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe they needed more games on Bristol.
That's fair.
Yeah, but like the panel was saying, Kasane is definitely in a bit of a hero struggle. Like, he has certainly shown his skills on those Zoo heroes with multiple summons. And without those, he's been struggling a little bit to find what's the next good hero for him. And the Bristol was looking pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't win all their games, but it looked pretty good. So removing that immediately from the pool, Dawnbreaker's not a hero he's played a whole lot of, especially not here at TI. It hasn't been featured in a lot of their drafts either. It's not like teams were banning it out. So I feel like this is a hero that they're looking towards to try and get some answers. And right now he's in a bit of trouble.
Oh my goodness.
And this is supposed to be one of the most bullying lanes we've seen lately, right? This Tusk Dawnbreaker. So you really want to make sure that you're actually winning this lane when you pick this combo.
I mean, it is a little bit strange, obviously, playing against the Willow. I think it throws a little bit of wrenches out there. And so far, Arteezy, looking at the CS, 8-5. I mean, this has always been sort of the bread and butter of this group of players, right? You've got so much strong laning, and SabeRLight in trouble down bottom. He's going to go down. So in spite of the strong lanes, TSM managed to find a kill.
I mean, if there's a carry that you want to get right now versus Bristle, this feels great, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sustaining in the lane. Yeah, you still have to play around the quills. They're going to stack up. It's getting a little bit wild, but you're going to get into that sustain once you start taking points in the Chaos Strike. But for now, just immediately try to bully him down at those earlier parts. These tanky offlaners, you know, your Timber Saws, those earlier levels, that's when you really want to punish them.
Fair enough.
Dude, Arteezy's hitting for 73 right now. Oh, sorry, his branch isn't back in yet. So hold on, there we go. Back up to 75.
That's so much damage. He's bringing out double recipes. I mean, is that going to... So that's going to be the full stick done, and then also a Wraith Band. I mean, it's really hard to stay in this as double melee. Ahri is already starting to fall, but the Dawnbreaker moves in with the Starbreaker. A couple more hits. Snowball goes into the Shadow Realm. A couple more punches. The battle looks good for a moment. Fly is going to go down. Got woken up after that Echo Stomp. Nonetheless, another win for Shopify as they got the first kill.
Able to get something back, but I mean, on top of that, look at the CS. It's only 7 right now for Kasane versus the 18 and 8 denies of Arteezy.
Yeah, that's
8 denies.
That's a problem.
Ranged hero.
I mean, this is just, you know, universal heroes in a nutshell. In the mid lane, also, you look at it, I had a standing tweet for a long time, which was, Abed has gotten puck, surely something has gone wrong, because he is so freaking good on this guy, and can definitely snowball a game. We'll see if he can have similar success, or if Bryle's going to be able to keep pace with him.
How's it looking? I mean, resident puck hater here, for sure. Typically, the main problem is when you pick a puck trying to just like solve one single matchup without benefiting the puck in other ways with your own allies. And I think we got a lot of follow-up to Dream Coil in this game, so it looks pretty solid here. So Timado taking advantage of the lack of stuns. He'll TP back to the tower here, but Whitemon still chased.
Nowhere left to go. They throw out the stuns, still have quills on him. So SabeRLight keeping the pressure and takes down. That was a big courier. At least they still have regen in the lane for TSM, but you can see the bullying potential that this dire draft has.
That's tough too. I think trying to get some control back over that camp as well. I'm not going to have an opportunity for it. I mean, you got 2 sentries on it from Crit, right? Like, he is ensuring that he wants this camp open, he wants to be able to stack it, he wants to be able to pull it. You're a call on the bristle, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of stacks, I mean, obviously with the Keeper of the Light, you're also hoping to try and find some of those for your team, right?
Absolutely. Nice stun there to secure the CS onto the big creep.
Well, speaking of which, Crit's trying to go do them now, and he's going to find that only got the 1 camp, so he's well aware that's blocked out. He doesn't even try, so
yeah,
at least no Ancients so far.
Doing a good job of laying that one down to stop the acceleration of gold. Might see Crit head over to that Ancients instead, depending upon how the game goes. But at least for the moment, very steady, slight lead for Shopify. Gonna have to wait for the rotations, and speaking of which, it looks like there's already going to be one down bottom. Fly making the move, has Astral, 2 points in it, along with a Stomp. Do they decide to go, though? They want to start stacking up some quills first. Whitemon, though, oh, he's going to find the trap. They move in, and that should be enough to force back.
He can snowball over that, too, if they want to come in.
All right, thinking about it, goes in. Ixwell breaks it, and now moving in. Fly in trouble. Timado shows up. They find themselves an easy kill.
Yeah, I think Fly was hoping that he would try and go for a play, and like throw out the stun, and see if they would be the ones getting aggressive, so he'd be able to follow up there with the turnaround play. But not able to get it. Nicely done there from TSM.
Oh, and Abed, he gets lucky. Finds the 6-minute rune down bottom, so that's a haste on Puck, who hit level 6 before the Earth Spirit. That kind of stops like any aggressive moves from TSM, I feel like, on these side lanes. You got to know that an easy kill could be coming the other way.
We kind of abandoned top after Arteezy was owning, and Kasane's now ahead of him.
Okay. Well.
So here, you can see when the levels start stacking up on this combo, this is why it is just so oppressive. I mean, what's a Dark Willow going to do, right?
Yeah.
You're going to die if you get caught inside of this. They have so much damage. Shadow Realm can't save you at early levels.
This is how you get some help. They drop down the coil, trying to move in onto Kasane. Will be able to go for some extra damage. Ari, no way to stop this. And so the easy rotation with the haste rune on Puck sets up for a kill.
Yeah, and that's just good adaptation there from Shopify Rebellion. Not going to eat away. They're trying to get humongous Dark Willow here. She is just about done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Arteezy powering up this hero to the max right now.
Double Wisdom Rune's going to be claimed. Both teams get one for themselves while stacks are being made. Definitely feels like that's the name of the game right now. A little bit harder for TSM to take them, must be said. Timado, only 1 second stun, but with Bryle moving in, they get some good damage out there onto him. Magnetize, it's not going to be enough. Vanguard, a couple gauntlets of strength, and that bristle is tanky.
Right, let's have to take you right back to that mid lane there. So not ideal, but we'll try and play for that 8-minute rune. We'll see if anyone joins them. Kasane is still not quite towards that level 6. And perhaps, depending how this next wave and neutrals go, he could make it there by 8, but obviously it's fairly unlikely unless he grabs a big kill. So not going to get any help from him. Instead, it's Ari who makes the rotation towards mid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right, is that it feels like they're going to have to play around that Dawnbreaker ultimate to set up for some more of these kills, particularly if they want to go on the bristle. Abed, hard to kill no matter what. The stomp, and Bryle does manage to click a little bit faster to get that shield rune. Do they want to get aggressive here? Could think about an Inkswell play, but decide not to, and instead just going to de-ward.
Yeah, but a 3v3 here. Meanwhile, SabeRLight abandons the bottom lane to go farm up these stacks that have been prepped. Also has an Ancient camp there, too. So going to scoop up some neutrals for the team.
Nice, and immediately into some mana boots. Retakes over that Watcher, claims those. Come back to lane. This is the classic. Shopify getting their farm on We'll see if TSM try and come and interrupt that, or if they're just going to do a similar thing.
Yeah, TSM definitely have a bit of a timing, right? They're trying to play a bit of a faster game, hoping to use this aggressive opportunities between Tusk and Dawnbreaker. That'll be the goals for this one. So, and meanwhile, Shopify just looking to chill a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it is always a little bit scary being on somewhat of a timer, if you will, when you're coming into these elimination matchups. Is Ari brazenly just going to step forward there towards Fly and Arteezy. Doesn't decide to go for anything well. Now, Whitemon wrapping. He's just going to go back through the gate as the scan connects, realize there's people in the area, and they get out of trouble.
Abed kind of lurking nearby here, farming in the jungle, has that Dream Coil ready. And meanwhile, Crit takes the opportunity to push out mid by himself, so trying to get some levels up on this Keeper of the Light. And this is something that, when we started missing out on some of these stacking heroes, the supports are the ones that really struggled the most, right? Because Crit's getting that bonus XP, he's getting that bonus gold now. It's going to be a much happier support whenever you have these core players farming these stacks for you that you've set up for them.
Well, a move forward, the kick back onto Fly, TP's away, but the roll's going to be there. So they're going to find and kill this Elder Titan. An easy bring down, and now going to try and pressure the tower off of it. For the moment, doesn't look like they want to make any aggressive move the other direction. Arteezy's just farming with some Bedlam.
Structures are fortified.
Here comes the smoke up though. Bit of retaliation. Will they bring in SabeRLight? I mean, typically, you know, he wants a little bit more before he's fighting, but there's 3 points of chakra magic, so, you know, the classic combo, the cuddle bristle. See if he feels the need to TP in here.
Bedlam's still on cooldown for a little bit. They don't quite have it, but with the coil and now the terrorize, kasane gets caught. They're going to connect now with the Illuminate, a couple more hits. Abed trying to do what damage he can, but doesn't have quite enough. Their TP is coming now, but it's a little bit late. Bristle not able to get in front of that roll, and well, when all is said and done, nobody dies.
Yeah, at least he has the twin gate to get back there, so it's not as bad as, like, you know, previous patches, but that was an issue of just, yeah, I think we can get the kill without the bristle, and then when the mid rotates in for Bryle, he's like, okay, I should probably be there, and now he gets nothing and just feels kind of annoyed, so.
I mean, and I'm gonna say, Timado is starting to get big. This guy on CK is a whole bundle of hurt. Already about to complete that armlet, and then you get into the Echo Saber. It's gonna be an incredibly strong timing. Something definitely to watch for in this. Eyes again up towards that top tower. It's easy farming out with the Bedlam, trying to get into the Midas. Knows where he wants to be.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of Dark Willows in pubs today.
You think so?
You know, after yesterday, and then, you know, it's North America. Once Arteezy does it, that's it. It's over, you know. It's everywhere.
All done. Beware, everybody, of what it is that you're going to see.
Might be worth the ban.
Fair enough.
For your own sake. Not like playing against it. Yeah. It's not really my concern here.
Well, back bottom, 2 more heroes from Shopify, not wanting to put any contention there onto the Chaos Knight. And a stomp onto Bryle, manages to catch him here. Ari's still nearby, so it's not really a move that you can make. Instead, Bryle's going to head on over, pick up the regen, and this is another reset after the tower falls up top.
You have to be careful going for these aggressive moves here that Shopify are angling towards, because we do have the Dawn ult coming through here.
Oh, yeah. Down bottom, smoke play is going towards Timado. They want to shut down his farm. Now, does have the courier coming through this direction. Crit is going to be the first point of contact. Might be a little bit early on this one. Abed also showing up. Nobody else nearby. They're also hunting Dark Willow up on the top side of the map. So 2 simultaneous ganks on these carries. Will it be enough to kill off the CK? Yes, it will. Can they bring down another, though? Looking for it, trying to finish. Arteezy, terrorize, gets a bunch of them away, but Bryle able to dodge it. Oh, that was really well done with the roll.
Of course, changes to that.
Radiant's bottom tower
Very nice.
is under attack.
So both carries in the dirt.
Yeah, tries to TP out as well. That was the play, but hey, at least new Midas means he won't be punished there on the Dark Willow, right? We'll be able to just build up those stacks while chilling in the dirt.
Enough. So just like that, as both carries trade off lives, Bryle is going to come down bottom, just continue the farm and set up to see if TSM can defend their tower.
I was wondering if we might see Timado going in towards the the Mage Slayer, because sometimes we'll see that in the C case, but it's a little bit more common on the off lane, because maybe try to scale a bit harder than position 1. And so instead, it's actually Kasane who is looking in towards it, because it does a lot for you in this game, right?
That does have some good value. Inkswell, Bryle, Silence now on the fly, good damage, and enough for the kill.
You made quite
At this point, at least, it's been 4 deaths, all of them for Fly on the side of Shopify. Only 2 other deaths from other team members. It's a sacrificial role.
Just helping out.
Yeah. 14-minute mark. Wisdom runes are going to spawn now as more stacks come out. And it's only these like little incursions that we're seeing to try and disrupt farm when they get an opportunity to. Haven't really been any serious moves towards objectives yet. I think the heat map for Arteezy is like this spot.
Yeah, he's just been hanging out up top. I mean, likewise, SabeRLight just down bottom, farming between these camps. I'm surprised that we haven't seen so many invasions into that sort of like bottom outpost area where SabeRLight is right now. Trying to get some vision down, trying to block out these camps, trying to utilize this tusk to catch this coddle. Like, Crit still doesn't die.
This could be interesting. They roll in with a couple and now looking for the kick. Do they have enough damage? Magnetize is there. Crit's starting to fall, but they've already lost the Grimstroke. Now maybe going to lose another, although with the Dawnbreaker ultimate, they come through and connect. Fly going to die. Ends up being a 2-for-1 exchange.
All right, switch is flipped. This is what they want, right? It is time now to get aggressive. Every single time that you're back up here with the Solar Guardian, they want to go for another one. One of the big things that we've noticed too, of course, is the scaling, because I feel like that level 2, getting level 12 on the Dawn, that's when you start seeing these fights where you're like, oh, they just completely got saved by Solar Guardian. Like, the level 1 almost feels more about the mobility rather than the actual save and damage.
Blink Dagger delivered, and you can see Abed queuing up the next item. A similar thing to what we saw from Laurel the other day of going for the Maelstrom build. We'll see if he'll have the time, but TSM, they don't want to give him that time, as it's going to be all about pushing down these towers and already claiming one. What's Shopify's answer to this?
Farm.
Okay.
Grow larger.
I mean, look at the wards around Arteezy right now. When either direction he retreats to try and get farm, they're going to be at least knowledgeable of where he's
Dire's
at.
middle tower is under
Mighty
attack.
Mines aren't looking too mighty, huh?
Not quite.
They're the Sighty Mines.
But getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter, that's going to be the window, I guess, that they look for maybe.
There's still so much farm down here waiting, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even Abed's just coming through. Gonna pick up some of these camps. Again, more vision down bottom as well. Kasane having some defensive options here if they try and make some moves in. New ward placed down there from Crit, though, trying to give some vision up ahead as they try and knock down this tower. Be their first one of the game here. It's not really the plan to get aggressive in this one, but you can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
The machine guns are rattling there from the Bristle to pave their way down here. Good D ward from Crit.
Aghanim Scepter.
There it is, that ward.
Yeah, gets perfect vision, connects, tries to TP away maybe? No, not going to do it. Terrorize? Holds it, and is just going to die. But with numbers coming in, maybe Shopify can find a little bit of retribution, and in fact they will. That's going to be Bryle going down. So the big move gets punished.
And they did finish getting that tower too, so they kind of already got their goals they want down bottom anyway.
Right.
And immediately just head right back up top.
Dire's middle tower.
Good defensive punish on that one. And I mean, it's only 17 minutes, so we're not quite into Roche time. SabeRLight is definitely hitting all the right timings right now, though. Almost in towards that hairball. So 4 points in the goo, hairball coming out. Managed to get 2 points in the bristle. The bristle back. Probably because there's just not that many breaks in this game, right? Like, sure, there'll probably be a Silver Edge later.
Look at this, the movement over and finding Kasane. Saving a blood grenade for this late time, and no way to break it that moment. 30 seconds still on the Dream Coil. Counter smoke instead coming from TSM, but they're heading into the area where SabeRLight's at. That's not an easy kill at all. Roll, goes the wrong direction, sees that there's an Earth Spirit by him, and going to back out. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of use of this twin gate being done right now by Shopify to try and hunt the side lanes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Don't mind if I do.
Just almost creating more and more space here.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can basically see Kasane is like, okay, I'm going to stay on the opposite side of the map, basically be ready to come in with my ultimate. Solar Guardian ready to go. Abed, will he get caught? Again, no real easy kills to bring down Shopify. And
part of the problem is it's just really hard to pressure tier 2s right now. I mean, part of it is that we don't really have a lot of like pushing heroes that are super popular. We talk about Zoo not being all over the place with all our summons and everything, but even some of those supports that can provide a little bit of better push, they're not as popular. And after that, it's just hard. It's just straight up difficult to get yourself into a solid position for towers right now. Feels like there's a lot of mobility too, so you're super vulnerable in those positions. You don't want to give away this like lead that you're building up. It always just feels safer to go back, farm, maybe buy a Midas. You got a couple objectives on your own side of the map you got to be thinking about, like Wisdom Runes and Tormentors.
Radiant's middle tower is under
So
attack.
going deeper into enemy territory can get you easily punished.
See here, manages to force back the Earth Spirit down bottom, and still hunting for anybody at all. They went a little bit further south. Kasane would have been found, but not doing it. And Arteezy still just trying to get his way towards that Midas. Bottom of the cores at the moment, or rather towards the Aghanim Scepter, not the Midas. So yeah, everybody's just trying to build up. No rush 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what we got.
That's where we're at right now. I mean, there's certainly some items that are going to help a bit for the side of TSM. I mean, they do have that Mage Slayer, so that is 35% less spell damage.
Look at the damage done by the cores. They're just AFK farming at the moment. I love to see it.
And that's all spells, right?
Right.
So that is pretty crazy. And of course, with Dawnbreaker, you can utilize the Starbreaker, so you can try and hit it onto multiple targets and debuff them all.
Okay.
But I mean, SabeRLight's got to be the main target for that one, right? Because
Right.
the lower spell damage, the less he's healing. Those are sort of the ideas here.
It does feel like there might be some weird synergy stuff, because a lot of bristle damage is going to be front-loaded with that first hit of bristleback on the Ags, and then, you know, afterwards, Dawnbreaker is coming in for the follow-up. But we'll see how it goes. The other thing, though, to be honest, is that if Arteezy is able to just, like, AFK farm, get to this Aghanim Scepter, get to some, you know, attack speed, it basically is up to Earth Spirit, I feel like, to find him in these fights. It's not going to be super easy.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing the Ags now, and it's not quite as intimidating without the crazy attack speed, is it?
Right.
Is under attack.
No, it sort of builds up as time goes on. But they're getting to where they need to be. No points in the Cursed Crown. Getting stats.
Yep. Universal hero.
Faster than average.
Gold for my foe.
6 matches, 18% win rate is a little bit rough there, but hoping to improve that one a little bit. Timado going the standard CK stuff that we've come to expect. Except Wisdom Room level 16. He's a big guy. Oh no. How many times is it gonna happen? Honestly.
I don't know. Every time, I guess.
I know.
It's all right. I want to go back to base anyway. It's fine. You know, looks like you might think about picking up some Tranquil Boots across this map a little bit more. And, well, taking advantage of a situation here.
Yeah.
Of course, this is Radiant side here, and they did manage to scan it.
So they know this is happening, but with no Tusks, they feel confident just running in. Already smoked up with 2. It's taking a little while to get here, and Arteezy coming in a little bit on the slow side to get into position. He's wanting to wait outside of it. Doesn't have a ton of mana.
It's got to be on Bryle, right? It's all on the roll.
I mean,
Dawn.
They've got to. They need to take it down, and they're going to claim it. So they managed to get the Aegis. Now trying to get out, but Timado, he's right on top of Arteezy. They find him and explode him. Oh, that Shadow Blade coming into play, and now SabeRLight.
He's low.
In no man's land. I mean, they're going to run this guy down. Bryle finds the backline. Both of the supports in trouble. Timado lane waste. Oh, that is not what Shopify were hoping. Everybody goes down.
Abed escapes with the Aegis, but that is not great. Man, try to sneak one away after they did the Tormentor. And what a scan as well from TSM. Not sure what vision helped them secure the knowledge that was happening, but what a great call.
Dude, you have this moment of realization where we look up and Timado's on Arteezy, just destroyed, didn't get a spell off. Oh man.
Of course, as that's happening too, as you can see the heart gets delivered to Bryle, so level 15 with 3k HP. And then you're beginning a fight versus Bristle, who's already down like 30%.
Oh yeah, I know. And you had to tank through it. Again, it is that dynamic where you get a bunch of gold for TSM, more time out on the map to farm. Bryle, happy about that one for sure. But it is still Abed holding on to that Aegis. We'll see what they can do with this.
Oh, dude, all their stuff is such cheesy late game stuff.
Yeah.
It's such cheese. We got Dream Coil, Rapid Fire, Puck. We got this Dark Willow looking for all these late game talents. I think TSM have this giant window now where they just need to play some, some clean builds.
Right.
Get this big carry going. Timado, take them to the top.
See if he can manage to do it. I mean, he is definitely the carry in this game right now. He is going to hit so hard, going in for an Orchid next, hoping to find a way to maybe catch Abed unawares, because again, Abed has no survivability items right now.
Yeah, and part of the problem too is that it's a lot of burst, and you know, when you think about big saves from Elder Titan, it tends to be this like more predictable stuff. You know, like you have some crazy setup hero that's trying to do like multiple Kunko plays or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, he's about to torn over here, so I'm gonna have a little bit of time before the big burst damage comes in. CK just hops in, you're just gone.
Absolutely. Well, we are blessed this year to be able to hear into what the players were talking about. Let's hear it in that last fight.
Set in stone.
Alright, so maybe they have their own thoughts about the decision making there of that Aegis.
That's great. I love to hear that. Wonderful.
That was the average Shopify Rebellion fan right there. Actually, someone in the crowd right now. Why did they give it to Abed?
Unbelievable. All right.
Aegis.
Well, he is going to have that Aegis, and we've got the Aghanim Scepter coming out in about 2,000 gold. But yeah, a lead right now for TSM. We have to see what they can do to try and build upon this. Obviously, don't want to go for Puck at this point.
I mean, I see double Mage Slayer, you know? I see a BKB that's still at 8 seconds. I want to see some tier 2s go down.
Runa?
That's what I'd like to see. I'm not scared of this Puck Aegis. You scared of a Puck Aegis?
Maybe.
A prize.
You probably kill him as you come out of it, though, to be fair. Yeah, probably not. We'll see. TSM, again, you just don't want to give up any bad fights at this point. Do need to be careful, though, because there is this movement down bottom trying to find Kasane.
If he survives this, I will be so...
Smoke broke! Oh, they thought he was south. He went up to the north. Gets out of there. Now, does he realize that they're all right here? He's going to pass by them, heads on over to the creep wave. Not aware of what's going on, throws out the hammer.
I think he knows.
All right, Shopify, do they want to chase this? Abed, eyes on him. Everybody's nearby. Kasane breaks the TP, and that's going to be an easy bring down.
I mean, that's supposed to be your free pick, right? Because you kind of know. Like, the Dawn's going to play this part of the map. They're going to be pushing either in your jungle or straight up into that top tower. Dawn's going to be waiting to use the Solar Guardian to get in. It's not going to happen there. Timado going to force out the glyph. And probably consider going right back in.
Is for Bryle. So he proved to be pretty effective in that last big engagement that happened. See if it happens again. Illusions are pushing out the top wave right now, cutting the creeps.
Yeah, use that Phantasm too, so the next creep wave comes in, just take the tower for you, and that way Timado can keep on farming with his main hero and perhaps even link up to his team. They're doing a bit of chasing right now, though, with that Invis Roof. Shielded and invisible. You know, Bryle just all ruined up right now. He's just all jittery. Juiced up on everything.
Hard to kill, that is for sure. Well, Dawnbreaker back up.
with 1,600 shield rune.
It's not fair, honestly. Oh, Timado just passed by a sentry ward, though, so they'll at least know that he's heading down south. That tips off Shopify to avoid. Yes, waiting now after the Maelstrom to go back for the BKB during that T-Gov segment. Actually, higher win rate without it.
Yes, has to avoid the BKB if possible.
Otto still on the hunt, not finding anybody. Full Bloodthorn completed. He reveals himself on this ward, so they see this on the side. They realize where he's at. Yes, they will. About it. Oh, the roll. Bryle gets the silence onto 2, looks for more. Magnetize out, trying to follow up. Checks down to Fly. Fly is gone. Didn't stand a chance there. Can they chase for any more? Ari looking for a snowball, a shards, anything. Almost caught there onto Abed, but not quite going to connect. And again, they dodge. I mean, they've been doing a good job of staying away. When the fights eventually happen, TSM are definitely coming out on top, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the problem, though, is that these intervals are just too far in between the kills for TSM. Like, they just need to get more kills right now.
SabeRLight, jump forward, try to kill him off. Hart starting to kill, but they do eventually get him. But Abed goes down to Timado. That was the reveal. The Bloodthorn doing massive work, and now trying to take down SabeRLight. Can they bring him down, too? Instead, pulls a crit. Timado, this guy is unstoppable. He puts his sights on you. You are going to die. TSM, every fight has gone their way.
This is so what they needed right now too. Puck going down, that's the hero that's going to be the one who actually like locks you into these attempted sieges on these tier 2s. So if they wanted to just like follow that wave mid, could be an option for them. Yeah, they're not committing to it though. They are just playing mega safe and looking to probably cement some vision up in this part of the map here. Keep that outpost, get down.
It's on off.
Dire's bottom tower
Full
is under
Mjolnir
attack.
done. Have yet to see Arteezy in a fight or even hit that many heroes. Has just been
Dire's
farming
bottom
this
tower
entire
has
time,
fallen.
hoping to get towards a position where it can take a favorable fight. Again, like you think about the big combo that can happen later. Dream Coil, Terrorize, Connection, the stuns, right clicks, it's all there, but will they be able to get that fight, or is TSM going to be too big by the time it finally happens?
Reminiscent of these like core Witch Doctor games,
Right.
where it's like if they hit the big ulti, it is absolutely insane and you will all die. But you look at that and compared to something like a CK where it should be a little bit easier to execute.
Dire's
You're hoping,
bottom tower
especially if
is under
Timado
attack.
probably angles in towards some sort of a blink item next.
Right.
Right, just try and secure the ease of these fights. At this point, they're definitely just playing for the next Roche. Take down this tier 2, great job. And then just try and secure the next Aegis. It will be a daytime Roche as well, which is good news for them since they're on the Radiant side, so they have control over that bottom outpost there and can TP in with buybacks potentially. Makes their lives a little bit easier. Their Wisdom Rune is also still up right now, so hopefully that doesn't get stolen away from them, but it could be a good opportunity for Shopify Rebellion to get a little something here on the map.
Trying to do what they can, but meanwhile, down bottom
Radiant's
lane,
middle tower is
still
under
have to
attack.
deal with creeps in the
Dire's
base,
bottom
popping
tower is
Phantasm,
under
sends
attack.
him back into... Oh, he's sending in a little sneaky play here by Timado.
Oh yeah, okay. Hoping that
Might-
someone will TP back.
Yeah, and maybe gonna go for just one straight up
Dire's
kill.
bottom tower is under attack.
We'll see what ends up happening, but for now, they're bringing in numbers. Timado, he's very far forward, Shadow Blade to get away, but they take a long time, and the tower takes a ton of damage.
He's kind of doing his best Jug impression here, right? You know,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got BKB, TP,
Dire's
right?
middle
Not
tower
too
is
concerned.
under Radiant are scanning.
What have we
Close
here?
are we? I mean, again, it's really far from
Oh,
any of
that
the
was
big
a
items.
fast Roche, eh?
Dire
Oh yeah,
are
that
scanning.
was instant.
That thing's right back up. So we got a smoke go to the base here from Shopify Rebellion. Are they going to find somebody? Again, very impressed, honestly, with how much they've dodged.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like TSM, they have a Earth Spirit mid. They got Tusk. They had early shard on Grimstroke too, so you can kind of feel really bold about it. The only thing they're really lacking, I guess, would be like a blink on
Radiant's
CK in terms of like the
middle tower is
catchability of
under
these heroes,
attack.
right? All combined with Sword Guardian.
Bryle reveals Dream Coil, but he got the roll off. Able to dodge that one. Really huge play from Bryle. He gets caught there. That could go so south so quickly. And now Shopify, they have to back out. They got to go grab the wave.
And if they check Roche right now,
I know.
no
That's
Dream
gonna be
Coil.
big. This would be the window. Ari heads right on over, but Fly is going to see it too.
Okay, that's big.
So they're aware at the very least of what's happening.
Ooh, Timado just got Divine Shell.
Oh.
Great item there on the CKs. Might save you in a bad situation.
They're just giving it up, I think. Yeah, deciding that they don't want to go on in and contest the Roach, I guess. So they take Tormentor, get the Aghanim Shard onto Arteezy.
That's going to be really good for his Cursed Crown. What a helpful shard.
Oh no. Maybe he takes a value point in it, who knows. But 32 minutes in and TSM claiming a second Aegis. Gonna try and close this game out here if they can. I mean, again, we're waiting for that fight for Shopify, but can't wait forever.
The cheese is even on Bryle here.
Set
Yeah.
in stone.
How's he gonna die? I guess he doesn't have a Dispel still, so that's kind of huge.
We are almost at BKB for Arteezy. Abed is queuing one up after that last death that he had. Anything else really that's coming out soon for the rest of Shopify to help them? Not seeing a whole lot yet.
Honestly, the Spirit Vessel from Crit could have so much value in this fight. If they don't get like a... I mean, do you really want to commit Inkswell to like remove Spirit Vessel? Probably
Radiant's
not,
top
right?
tower
So
is
there is a
under
chance
attack.
that Bryle could overcommit and get Spirit Vessel and a bit surprised.
That's a fair point.
Because like, you know he's kind of big initiation right now.
I mean, he is still incredibly hard to kill. He has the god items of Heart, Blade Mail.
It's rather large. It's true.
Yes. As well as the cheat.
And perhaps a little bit of
Dire's
help from a
middle tower
Dawnbreaker as
is
well.
under attack.
True. All right, BKB done. What can they do in this fight?
If this works, and the way that Shopify have played, this is like their dream way to play Dota. This is exactly what they wanted. This is what they've been searching for all year.
Exactly.
How do we just farm as passively as possible and then just win the game?
And it'd be pretty cool. Ward down. Bryle rolls in very aggressively into this area, and the rest of Shopify, they back out. Bristleback now has the Sanjin Kaya done. They've gathered all the items, gotten everything that they want. Will this finally be the fight? TSM even going to give him the opportunity to. Still have 3 minutes left on this Aegis, and I think that's full heart on that one. CK.
Still no mobility though.
Oh, kick onto one. SabeRLight pushed back. Now the fear, the damage. It starts raining down on top of him, but the snowball save is there. Okay, now rolling in far forward. This is already BKB used. Do they have the damage that they need? Yes, indeed. They take down two. Streaming forward, hunting for Timado, looking for Kasane. Timado might be able to get out of here. Although the invis slowing down. No, SabeRLight doesn't fully commit for it. But that's the combo.
Oh, man.
That's what they've been waiting for.
Okay, all right. Bit of Dream Coil, bit of Rapid Fire, bit of Shadow Realm. That was a lot of damage.
I'm pretty sure that Arteezy doubled his damage throughout the game in this fight.
Yeah, he just did 4,200, so you know, more than the entirety of TSM right there.
Yep.
And yeah, he did.
Yep.
Yeah,
doubled the damage in one fight. That's how this is gonna work. Let's see what TSM are gonna do.
This is bad news, Gabe.
Oh wait, TSM?
What?
Again? Oh no, the Tormy!
Radiant's top
racking
tower
up the
is under
kills in
attack.
this one.
This guy's unstoppable. These both supports.
This is very good. Well,
Radiant's
4K
middle
separating
tower is
them.
under attack.
Still 2 minutes left on the Aegis. TSM gonna have to lick their wounds and get back to it now. Our Shopify up in this top lane
Radiant's
set to
top tower
a
is
little
under
bit of
attack.
structural damage done of their own. Man. 35 minutes
Radiant's
in and it
top
feels like
tower
the
has
game's
fallen.
just starting.
Double damage.
Timado steps up. Don't have vision. They pop the dust. See him now. Abed onto one. That's going to be a good connection. Takes away their save in the Tusk. And now Timado starting to rack through the damage. Look at the Willow. Look at the damage. The right clicks are there, down to almost fully dead in one round of Shadow Realm. This is scary, Trent.
Yeah, that's only a minute left on the Aegis anyway, I guess, but
Dire's bottom tower
kind of
is under
frightening how
attack.
quickly you might be able to lose it in a situation like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, the inability to take the tier 2s is just killing them right now. Like they were so slow getting it done. Like sure, they're all knocked down now, but it feels like this whole window that they had is just missing. And like now it's here. The beast has emerged.
All right, they need more blade mails. More blade mails is the only option. Might die just from full if those right clicks are streaming out from the Dark Willow.
Radiant's middle tower
So
is
currently it's
under
a
attack.
5-second gap, right?
Yeah.
And Coddle's level 15. And
Right.
has CDR reduction 6.
Need to be careful though. Timado, he's again caught. Damage starting to come forward. Dawnbreaker ultimate already connecting. Timado dead. That's Aegis down. Now Abed, soulbound together. Crit in no man's land. He's in trouble. They get the silence now onto Arteezy. Do they have anybody that can find him though and deal the damage that they need? They've already taken down another. Bryle turned upon. Snowball save for the moment. Good damage out onto Fly. He's gone. And it's going to be a TP away for the Willow. SabeRLight going to be brought down. No, just turns. Hard to kill this guy. 3-second stun, but once they finally isolate, they'll kill SabeRLight as well.
Yeah, definitely need that combo, right? It is finicky.
Yes.
They need things to go well. Abed got really low there, barely able to survive and escape out of that fight. Great damage in that one as well there from Bryle. And he still has that cheese too.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one might require a couple of buybacks. You have 60 seconds before the Bristle is going to respawn. And do TSM want to try their luck going high ground into this? It's tough. It's not easy at all.
Shopify are thinking ahead right now on the supports though. They're trying to go for 4 staffs because like I think Timado knows he needs Blink, right? So he just wants to like Blink stun Arteezy. And then if he does that and he's BKB'd or something, they don't really have any good saves, assuming there's any sort of detect there from TSM. So they're just gonna try and like 4 staff him away essentially.
Okay.
Like what else can you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of your only option. unless we're going to get some Wind
Dire's
Wakers.
bottom tower is
Wind
under
Wakers
attack.
is probably a little ways off, but the rate that this game is going, it makes it feel like we might see them.
You might as well just start prepping for them at this point.
Honestly. You can
Dire's
see
top
Dota
tower
plus win
is under
probability
attack.
up at 62%. Kind of wonder if that's factoring into it, the damage that can happen. I mean, again, we saw in that last fight, if it's not done perfectly, this Rebellion draft very much falls apart. It's a tall tower on some icky foundation.
And this is where you make this one change for Timado, right? He gets rid of the treads and he puts in the blink.
Okay.
I've just been waiting for this for like 20 minutes, but I get it. I understand why it takes this long on the CK and why you have to really be sure, like, okay, we are just committing for fights now. That's the life that we're leading, and we can just win this game. Like, if I get the kill, do we win the game? Yes. Okay, I'll buy blink. You know, I'll make the big commitment right now.
Timado needs to be that guy. He's 10,000 net worth ahead of the next highest in the game. And if he can find the right avenue, get the right hero caught out of position, he can win his team the entire one here.
Yeah, I mean, that could be SabeRLight. Could be a blink into immediate break. He wants to go that way. It could be Abed too, right? Abed still, you know, he doesn't have a Lincoln's or anything.
That's for me.
A lot of bounty runes down there for old SabeRLight. And TSM threatening high ground.
Dire's top tower
Devastating
is under
Shopify
attack.
Rebellion response, which is taking a little bit of time to come, and they're just going to claim a good chunk of the damage onto that tower.
Bryle with an interesting tactic there, spinning and waving in front of the tower, trying to entice them.
Quicker than I look.
Rotating out, going bottom, hoping to find somebody. Shopify holding this high ground. Honestly, if he steps too far forward, he can die too. But no, now that Arteezy's TPing away, it's not going to happen.
Arteezy, speaking of dying, doubling up on the survivability, going for that Lincoln Sphere. So, same build that we were seeing at Ashiro before. Just trying to live, because it's all just about damage and attack speed. That's the goals that we're looking for here. And the other goal is Roche, which is back in about 35 seconds. Right here. And once again, going to be Radiant side. So the roles have been very kind towards TSM in terms of the timings everyone's been killing Roche, and then the actual respawn times. And now look at these big level 25 talents. We got level 25s. We got Roche coming up. We got Blink Dagger,
Radiant's
CK.
middle tower is under
Surely,
attack. Radiant
surely
are
this is the
scanning.
time where they're going to win the fight.
We'll
right?
see. I mean,
Shopify, on the other hand, though, they're just thinking like, we're going to hit the Stream Coil.
Yep.
Arteezy's going to Shadow Realm. Be sick.
I mean, to be honest, it is a scary situation because if you do manage to find it, the Dream Coil, even if Arteezy dies, Abed's starting to deal some serious damage himself. He's got the full Mjolnir completed,
Yeah, true.
trying to queue into the Refresher next. Now, it is a very short respawn time on Roche, but TSM has not checked it yet. They're still a little bit spread out, and, well, first point of contact, SabeRLight running down is going to find Whitemon, and that should be a quick one. They've got him in their sights, kill him off. Trying to collapse in on the rest of them. Ari off to the side. SabeRLight runs right by him, gets the blink away, but a little bit far forward, and now the fight for Tierney over on the other angle. Dawnbreaker ultimate down, Bryle connecting, killing Fly. SabeRLight throwing out those close sprays. Bryle rolls back in onto SabeRLight. Abed is there. They're having to back away. TSM all together. Inkswell onto Timado. Turns, wants to get a sun. This Soulbind is going to connect onto both. And now the roll through. Kasane gets the heal back up from the Luminosity. And then the snowball save. That is what they needed. Arteezy under control. Down to half HP. Goes back into the Shadow Realm. And finally, they're going to bring him down. Kasane with the triple kill. He was so close to dying. Unbelievable. TSM trying to play cleanup. As finally this moment has opened up for themselves. The snowball means that SabeRLight is going to get controlled. Still dealing a lot of damage though. But Timado moves back in. 3 second stun. Godlike.
It was right back to the laning stage right there. It was Ari and Kasane just jumping on top of Arteezy and blowing him up with the Walrus Punch and just the big damage there from that Dawnbreaker. Absolutely smoking him.
Man, that was so close to bringing him down to that last swipe of the Luminosity heal. Brought him back up to surviving, and then of course that snowball save like you're talking about. Clutch stuff for TSM, and now a 10k gold lead and going to claim Roche.
And Shopify, they want these centralized fights here. This fight, we're everywhere. We're all over the map here right now, right? This is already after the Dream Coil. Like, it's dropped down right there. It gets a couple, but then it's not quite all this like amazing damage that you're hoping for. You're looking for this like absolutely wild combo.
And of course the chase down, you can see here trying to focus, kill him off, gets so close and bam, back up. He was so on the edge.
And look, Arteezy's still at full health right now.
Yeah.
And he gets punch, swipe, swipe, boom.
Would have been able to get off a bunch more damage if not for that blow up there that came out from the Dawnbreaker, and now you're in a world of hurt. It's going to be a tough time going forward
buddy.
here.
Oh, buddy. Phantasm Aghanims as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got a couple illusions all around the map now.
It's going to be an interesting couple of minutes here. I mean, it's still not easy going high ground against this lineup, but with double cheese and Aegis, you feel like you should be able to make some type of a play. But maybe that's what the Phantasm's for. Just send all the illusions in.
Well, I know I've heard you say never go high ground.
Yes.
Is now the time.
I mean,
are they
with
permitted?
Illusions? With illusions?
Should they apply for a permit?
I think.
Is this like building a gate?
I think you never go high ground, Trent. I think that's the reality. Ari, don't die. Blinks away. Oh my god. Oh, does he have right there? It's not the block of cheese, is it? No.
How could you do that?
I wanted to see it. He eats the cheese, though.
Imagine the first block of cheese happened to TI.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be fitting.
17,000 net worth lead at the moment for TSM, and still don't feel entirely safe going high ground, so the illusions are being sent in.
It's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the other options were maybe giving it over to Ari, right? I mean, he's trying to farm towards his own Aghanims. It's not the most reliable game, though, for pumping someone out with the Ags of the big Walrus kick and just, like, giving yourself the win. I guess Solar Guardian could have been pretty good, too, from kasane. No? Reject, Scrooge McDuck, get Donald Duck.
Okay.
That's what they were talking about, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know, I will say that I think the focus that we've seen from TSM onto killing Fly pretty continuously has been a huge part of their success in these fights, because that natural order can really start to rack up when you pair it with all this magical damage that they've got.
Well, both ways too, right? If he gets into the fight with the bristle.
Well, that's a scary position to be in, but he decides to go for more. Still has that shield rune, keeping him very survivable, but interrupting it. SabeRLight gets to the far side, and now the Phantasm don't have enough. Even when he walks in alone, they just can't do anything. Too tough, and in the meantime, down bottom, Timado spammed his illusions onto the melee racks, and they got to deal with that quickly. We'll bring them down, though.
Top tower has fallen.
This is working out really well, though. I mean, it's a slow siege, but you understand the risk here, right? This is an extremely high ground defending team. Like, this is what they want to do. They want to catch you in like a 3-4 hero Dream Coil. They want Arteezy just sitting there doing his thing. And they're going to try and break that up, though. Ari, no buyback. He goes all in. He just buys the eggs.
Oh.
Team, I got this. So,
well, you know, he's the first player from Britain to play at TI. He's taking a little bit of football here as he's going to play in the tusk, trying to kick people back and away.
a little more American football, I think. I think he's trying to convert a bit here, right? Through the uprights.
Silence. Roll, catches, decides to go for crit instead of the Willow. Now throwing out the damage, controlling onto Bryle.
Oh.
Dying, eats the cheese a whole second round. So much damage out from that Willow. When left alone, can they do enough though? Abed chasing, doesn't quite manage to connect, and there's the TP out.
Timado?
Well, not around anymore, but Timado dying to SabeRLight. Got the bug on him, but it just doesn't look like it's gonna matter. Do they have enough to kill him off in time, trying to kill him? And yes, they do. TSM taking a lot of damage, dealing a lot of damage, and everybody ends up falling.
That Dream Coil is kind of feeling like it's tickling if it's just the individual heroes there. I mean, how much did Bryle just tank in that fight?
It was so much.
I feel like all of the damage done was mostly on Bryle. You know, he's just like making his way through the engagement. They're chasing him over and over, popping a cheese, still surviving. Got off 2 rounds with a Shiva's guard to boot.
Just like that. I mean, there's no buyback on the Bristle, no buyback on the ET. You're gonna have to do this one with just a couple of heroes at this point as they even break through backdoor protection and start to lay out on it. They're going straight in. Why not? Tier 4 towers. Who needs to go get the racks? Trying to end this game right now. Arteezy coming back in, but he's on the far side of the map. Goes for the terrorize play with the blink forward. Timado dodges it. Immediately onto him. Goes for the silence. Nothing there. In trouble. Forest Staff tries to get away. Lane into Ari, but he's gone.
That's it.
Arteezy dead. 100 seconds. TSM clean up.
TSM.